Obviously thrilled with the overall effort. The guys here, I thought, both ends of the court, defensively, I thought we were really dialed in, versus a very difficult team to guard. One of the most efficient offenses we'll see. So we were locked in defensively, and obviously, anytime our turnover number is going to be 10 or lower, which is our game goal is 10 or under, we're going to either win or give ourselves a real good chance to win. I was guys I thought were great today. I thought Josh was it was the best game that he played versus a quality opponent. Tyler got us off to a real good start, and then the foul trouble kind of hindered him. But I thought the three guards in particular, Al Tariq and Jalen, played at an all-conference level, and Christian was tough and kind of solid. So anytime you have at a conference game multiple players playing at an all-conference level, you're going to give yourself a good chance to win, and that's it's kind of the first time we've had those types of performances, and kind of everyone gave us something for the most part. So thrilled with the effort, and then really impressed by Jalen, not just because of the game he had, which was a really strong game, but also because he got off to kind of a slow start. I think when he came out his first run after 7 or 8 minutes when we got him, things weren't trending well for him. So he had to show some real character, mental toughness, and he had to show who he was today, first quality opponent, and he did. And couldn't be prouder of the way he's responded to what's gone on lately.
They kind of made a charge at you in the second half. At times you kind of buckled in those situations. How do you like the way you responded this time?
Is it buckled or folded? You could have said folded, but you went with buckled. Yeah, no, there's a determination. I just, these guys really, didn't hang their heads, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and the prep lead in here. They didn't hang their heads, and that started with Jalen Adams. He was a tremendous leader the last 3 days in practice, in video, shoot-arounds, in the dormitory, just like he carried himself with desperation, urgency. He acted the way like a senior best player is supposed to act, and I think that had a lot to do with the product on the court. So, really all the credit to these guys, in particular, Jalen's leadership, and then Al was hit some really dynamic shots.
And is this the best they've ever looked together? And it's been kind of 3 years of been trying to get them together. Is this the best those guys ever looked in terms of as a team?
Who's that, Al and Jalen? Yeah, for this year, I think they had moments for Syracuse where they were kind of playing off each other. But that was I think that's like they've been doing like partner shooting together, like in practice. They've been spending a lot more time, around each other, like shooting together. That's a bond that needs to be forged, and it's kind of been a hard thing to do because Al's always been in street clothes. So, but they obviously, they're our two most talented players, so they need to develop, that rapport, and if we're going to be able to, not just have a kind of a one real good performance tonight, but if we're going to try to continue to win an amount of games that we feel good about at the end.
Do you think what Sid gave you, especially with the rebound on the foul shot too? Yeah,
listen, if Sid was a high school football player and he was going to Clemson, they'd probably call him athlete right now, But so he's still developing the skill set, the perimeter shooting. He's not a slasher, not really a perimeter shooter. He's an athlete, but he's an athlete with tremendous upside, and you can see the way he impacted the game, with just one field goal. He altered shots. He was on both backboards. His activity level showed that he can have an impact while he's still developing a skill set on the offensive game.
McMurray. Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt. McMurray got 15, but it was kind of an expensive, 5-19. What was the good defense there with Al, most of it, and who else kind of drew them?
Yeah, so the two guys for us, were. With the center, I don't want to butcher his name because he's too good for that. McMurray and the center were the two guys that we really dialed in on because we just felt like they could cause us the most amount of problems here. And I thought our centers, with the exception of one kind of lazy closeout in the first half, and just we chased McMurray around and just, I think, kind of wore him down. Credit Al with that, and credit Terrence Smith. Terrence Smith gave up a lot of offense today to play winning basketball at the defensive end.
What were you doing from the perimeter defense standpoint, holding from 3 for 23 from the guy?
I just think we had the, McMurray for the most part shot, highly contested threes, and then, we honestly didn't mind if Foster shot him or if Mike shot him, because, the numbers dictated that those are the guys that we wanted shooting threes today. So, we wanted to keep, I think it was Dixon, McMurray, and Chargois. All right, I went for it. Two, we want to keep, what? Shagwar?
No, you got it.
Thank you. Blame Seton Hall for that. Two threes. I wanted to keep those three guys to 2 made threes. We did that. Obviously, we gave up some things at the front of the rim late, but to hold that team 34% from the field and 13 from 3, and we were less, we purposely, I think we were better on offense because we pulled back a lot of the pressure today, and I think that's why guys had a little bit more legs at the offensive end, plus there wasn't a giant underneath the basket waiting for us.
Take a charge, say, in the sidelines there?
I did. I took that. I took that on the chest. So hopefully, and we bailed on a couple in the first half, which will be something, that we'll look at. But I kind of took that on purpose just to show our guys, that if your coach is willing to take one there, that you got to be willing to take one. So I'm not sure if that meme or GIF is out. We'll see, I guess.
Dan, working with Al Torres, does it have the feel for you of coaching someone who's been around college basketball for 3 years and has played bits of seasons with that experience, or is he almost in some ways like coaching a freshman who's going to go through some freshman learning curves because he's missed so much time?
Yeah, I think just with Al, it's going to be about and you can see it out there because it's like you see the dynamic, and then you see the, why did he just try to drive that gap, or what, why did he, what did he see there? So I just think it's going to be a season for Al. You have to treat him like he's a freshman. I mean, he hasn't played college basketball. Plus, he's not played basketball. He's just been on the shelf. So, I mean, there's just rust there, and and a feel he's going to just continue to develop. And we've obviously got to, he's obviously a talented guy. His speed changes. His speed and three-point shooting are impressive, and his on-the-ball defense. We got to help him become a better decision maker.
How encouraged are you by his development this season, and just thinking about maybe where he could be a month or two from now, or a season or two from now?
Yeah, I just think it's this is I think it's it's going to take Al time to become the player that you hoped he'd be, just because you just need experience, man. It's like Tyler, Josh, Sid, Al. These guys need experience. They need minutes on the court. They're going to learn some hard lessons. The hard lessons aren't over. This was we had a good night. There's some areas that we've obviously got to continue to improve. But this was certainly a step forward for us. But listen, we need patience, with this team. On some level, some empathy for some of the older guys that are surrounded out there by a lot of younger, inexperienced guys. And you saw how the court was able to open up for Jalen a little bit today, because you had some guys around him, 3 for 4, 3 for 4, 5 for 10. You had a number of people contributing on offense, which opened up the court for him, and he looked more like the player that we expect to see.
Everyone's obviously important, but to break the 3-game losing streak, get the first league win. You got Cincinnati coming up Saturday. It's going to be a tough game. Do you feel a little, extra importance for an early season game of this one? A little weight off your shoulders a little bit, or? Yeah,
no. I was hiding under the covers this morning, just thinking about, because I never look beyond the next one. So I'm aware of this one. I was aware of Cincinnati, but then I think one of you guys asked me or something about Tulsa after this, so you ruined that for me. But but we knew what it was. But this morning, around 8 a.m., I got a text message from from number 4, and you know, it was something along the lines of, you know, wartime, locked in. And when I saw that, I sprung up out of bed, got on the Peloton bike, and you know, was recharged. That was the type of, like when you get that type of messaging as a coach, like that was the type of thing at Rhode Island when, you know, like when you're in a place where you're successful and winning, that's what you type of things you get from your leading players. And just to see that this morning, I knew he was going to be good today.
Can you talk about the crowd?
Crowd was great. I mean, for you know, without the students being here, you know, and again, a place that's used to winning, like this place is used to winning, for them to show up and support and get as loud as it got, and then also too, like during the pregame introductions, would have been real easy for it to be kind of like a, you know, a half-butt reaction and a, let's see what happens now. You know, they got behind us and you know, the ovation Jalen got, like that meant a lot and gave us, I think, gave us a lift. They were great. And we love, you know, we love playing in Gamble, you know, like, because we get a chance to get in here. And you know, we've had 3 days of practicing in here and getting shots in here. And I don't think that it's a coincidence that we shot the ball well in here today. I don't think it is.